What's going on, YouTube? Welcome in. Today we got a beautiful build for you. Today we're building in the Montech XR. It's a brand new case from Montech, and we've wanted to get our hands on it for quite some time. On top of the XR, we're building with a brand new HyperFlow cooler from Montech as well. We built with it recently on the channel, and we really liked it. And I said, let's do an all Montech case and cooler build. Montech's been killing it. They've been really taking the, I don't know, they maybe take the space where somebody else recently kind of lost it. I would say no offense to Deep Cool, but Montech's really been surging in this space recently. They're partnering up with and making amazing cases and coolers. On top of that, partnering up for amazing power supplies with partnering with Seasonic. Makes absolutely killer power supplies. One of my favorites to this date. But today we're building with the 9700X, which I think could be one of the best new CPUs in terms of Tarkov and Warzone performance for the price. We're putting it all on the beautiful B650M Tomahawk board coming in from MSI. We got an RTX 4070 Super coming in from MSI as well, and the Gaming X, which was absolutely killer. And then we've got 32 gigs of 6000 CL30, which is really still the sweet spot for RAM, even on the new Zen 5 chips. We've got a 2 terabyte drive coming in as well from Team, and the G50, which is a brand new gaming drive coming in from Team Group. We're putting all this in that beautiful Montech XR, and then we're powering it with a beautiful Asus TUF 750G, which is an ATX 3.0 power supply coming over from Asus. Absolutely beautiful system. This is going to be called the Hype XR. It's going to go over our quick ship systems over on our website. Let us know what you think down below in the comments. Make sure to hit that like button to help us with the algorithm over here on YouTube. Make sure to hit that subscribe button as well if you want to see more beautiful PCs like this being built and put up over in your YouTube feed. If you want to catch us live on it raw like it is right now as I record this and butcher this really long intro, you can join us any Monday, Wednesday, or Friday over at our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/stints. We stream around 10 a.m., 10:15, 10:30, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Let's get started up on this beautiful build today. Get this XR down off the top. Get the cooler up here, get our GPU over here next to our beautiful power supply, which I didn't have on the table. Again, the Asus TUF has been one of our favorite power supplies recently. I do want to try Montech's power supplies. Partnering up with Seasonic is huge. I really like Seasonic power supplies. They're probably my favorite. The reason I like them a lot when they were working with EVGA, like the G6, things like that. They were made by Seasonic, one of the best power supplies to this date that I've ever used. All right, there it is, chat. There's that beautiful B650 Tomahawk. Our tried and true, one of our favorite boards here on the channel in the shop. 9700X down on the socket. Let's get this down here. All right, here we go. 9700X. I'm excited to get some benchmarks for this one. Dom's gonna be like, I get the game on that? Hell yeah. Dom, we're gonna put this one through our paces. You have to get the game on this system. He's like, yay! You know, like, we've been doing some testing on some systems and gaming. He's like, yay! All right, 9700X down on the socket. Looking good there. Next, we're gonna get our NVMe drive in. We're gonna try it or test drive in. We know Team makes good products. We're gonna try this drive, which is their G50. It's a mix. It's a Gen 4 drive, really targeted towards gaming. Let's see how it does here. And Team's been asking to get some of our business. It's been really hard when we have amazing stuff from Kingston. We got a really good combo price from them for this one. The 5-year warranty is pretty darn good, honestly, chat. 5 years on an NVMe drive is actually pretty high. A lot of our industry is only 3 years. Good to see that at Team Group. Oh, nice to give you a little heat sink. We're not even going to use that because we have one built in here. Here we go, get down and in. Let's see what controller they use. Integrate controller. Nice. 5-year warranty, that's really good. Down in we go. That means they know their product's going to last. Usually when you can put a warranty of 5 years on a product, you know it's going to last, which is good to see at a Team Group. Again, that's a G50. I think it's 6,000 megabytes a second. Rather 6,000 megabytes a second, which is really fast. Get this back down and in, chat. Next, we'll work on our cooler standoffs for the HyperFlow. We'll get that beautiful brand new XR case out. Now the XR isn't super new. We just haven't had it here on the channel yet for Montech. They're wanting to. They actually went out of stock. So a lot of the really popular cases right now in that $100 price point is the Montech XR and the XT View from Fantex. They're obviously becoming two of the most popular cases right now. So they've been hard to keep in stock. Obviously, Montech and Fantex aren't widely distributed, so you have to get them either through like Newegg Business or one of our distributors, and both of them have been out of stock. Check our cooler and the HyperFlow. Say the HyperFlow, but HyperFlow would have been actually better. HyperFlow works too. Both great names. I really like this cooler. We've seen it. This competes within like 2 to 3% of the Arctic Freezer 3, which is our favorite cooler in terms of performance, but we don't like that we have to take off the contact frame. We have to replace the contact frame with it, which is we don't really like to do. You shouldn't have to do that. AMD, reuse the factory retention clips. Awesome, easy peasy. Let's get our RAM right in then. Easy peasy. All right, so we didn't need the cooler. We're gonna get our RAM right in. We're using the standoffs, they're factory retention clips. You're gonna RAM down and in. There's one. And two, again, this is the Team Group Delta RGB. It looks absolutely fantastic. The silver aesthetic matches the Tomahawk board really well. The Delta RAM is really efficient. The RGB is actually one of the best in my opinion, next to probably Kingston. And Kingston's been working really hard, by the way. We're excited to hopefully get some more Kingston RAM in. They've been working really hard on their pricing. Unfortunately, Team Group's just been one of the best for us here. Be able to pass on our customers. That's why we utilize it. It looks beautiful. I mean, look at that. The aesthetic of this board looks fantastic. Again, we have the B650 Tomahawk board here, tried and true. It is probably the best value and performance board for AM5. And also working with the new Zen 5 CPUs. You got to do a little flashing, but it will be good to go. We have the 9700X down in the socket. Our retention clips are in stock for their factory clips because we'll be using that with the HyperFlow 240 today. We have a 2 terabyte G50 coming from Team Group down here in our primary NVMe slot 1. And again, we have 32 gigs of 6000 CO30 RAM coming from Team Group and the T-Force Delta RGB. All right. Shoo! Got a breather after that one. There's some really good low-end chips. I'm excited to see what the 97X will do in Tarkov here today. All right, get this new XR out. I believe the fans from the XR are the same, or are very similar to those on the HyperFlow. We'll take a look here in a second. This case should be very similar to the XT View, but it's from Montech. Very similar. It's kind of like that dual chamber fish tank style case without being super big. So one thing I wish they didn't do is they put it on the sides, which I guess it helps to keep the feet control, but it's really hard to open this all up because they have it from the front. Wow, it looks good though. I will say this case looks really good. There it is. Wow, this case is actually really nice. Okay, Montech. Let me give you guys a close-up. This thing looks nice. This is a nice little case. I mean, it's the XT View, but a little bit more budgetized, shall we say? Budgetized. Really clean front I/O. Looks really sharp, really clean, all mesh bottom, plenty of intake. 360 top mount compatible. You've got the 2 fans on the front and the rear installed fan. Really competes with the Montech XT View. A lot of airflow in the back for the fans. It's clean, very clean. There's no retention for the front glass though. So the glass is really right now just held on with tape. So interesting. So there's no screws to hold this on. I do like that Fantex has that, but we're gonna pop this off and I'll show you. Yeah, it just pops. Oh, there is retention. It's just like what do they call those little knobs that retain into the case? Sorry, those stick in there. Easy to take apart though once you get the tape off. Like the back panel off. These do have screws on the back, which is nice. It was weird they would do this for the back but not the glass. Because that tempered glass can get pretty heavy, but it is really nice. This I believe is like a $80 to $90 case. I mean it's got this, I don't think the View has this, but it has the grommets, which is really nice for passing cables through. You've got a feed for your 12 volt high power or your PCIe cables. Really nice to see there. Your manual, which we don't need, which we're gonna throw over in the box. You got a 2.5 SSD tray down below. You've got all your I/O cables down here as well, which will make some of the top mounting on this a little difficult. So if you do try to add an additional 3.5 like hard drive on top of this instead of also just the bottom, it will be pretty hard with the cables here. That's a downfall of the case, but as long as you're only doing one drive, you should be pretty solid. Rigidity, build quality, I put up there in the B+ range. I'm pretty impressed with it. For the price range, it's a really well-built case. Montech's always had that. These are reverse fans too, nice. So you're bringing airflow in while having that beautiful RGB that you want to see. You guys can't do extended ATX, but they give you extra standoffs, which is nice if you're doing like MATX or like sometimes an ASRock board, which has extra mounts. This is pretty impressive, honestly, guys. Very forward thinking. All right, let's go top down. You see the back of it there. Pretty well built. The grommet's nice. Plenty of pass-throughs for your cables. I'm impressed. Size is really pretty small, but also feels full. Nice. All right, let's go top down. Get it mounted in. Let's get this motherboard in. Beautiful B650 Tomahawk, all loaded up with everything on. Down in the sockets. Or not down in the socket, but down on the standoffs. Make sure everything's out of the way. There it is. All right, let's get it all screwed in. Thanks for watching us build this beautiful PC today. Again, today's build is going to be called the Hype XR because we have the HyperFlow and the XR case. A little play on words there. This is going to be a quick ship system over on our website for around $1,800. 9700X, 4070 Super, 32 gigs of RAM, 2 terabyte NVMe drive, AIO cooler, all really high-end components and parts without sacrificing efficiency. But there it is, chat. We have front close-up, everything mounted in this case. Motherboard's all mounted in. All right, let's get our front panel connections all secure. They give you a lot of these back here. But I'll just show you all the cables we have back here. A lot of front panel cables at the bottom. And we have a lot of RGB kind of daisy chain style cables. I'll work on those as well. Okay, there's that. HD audio. All right, it's gonna be our USB 3.0. It's pretty tight right here, but we should be able to just make it fit. There we go. So tight there. We're gonna move that grommet back in place. I'd rather use zip ties than these little Velcro, kind of like cable holders they have. No offense to Montech, but I like a nice thicker zip tie for some of these heavier cables. You know, we have those. I always have plenty of zip ties here. Work on our HD audio. We're gonna move on to our power supply after this chat before we move on to our cooler. All good there. Let's get our power supply out. We'll worry about the rest of our RGB and our other cables here in a second. Actually, we can do it now. We have to, because they're all daisy chained, we're gonna have to hit them with a little bit of electric tape so they don't come apart. The daisy chain makes it a little bit messy, but at least it looks pretty clean. We'll have the braided cables from Asus power supply hiding a lot of this stuff here in a minute. All right, now we got all that done. Let's get our power supply out. Beautiful 750 watt, 750G from Asus today. It's a beautiful, tough power supply. Let's get our other cables we need today. I don't think we need any SATA, which is nice. All right, we'll need our CPU, which is dual EPS, our 12 volt high power. Get those. All right, no SATA, 12 volt high power. This is EPS, oh, it's PCIe, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. We need our EPS and our motherboard. So there's our motherboard, and then our dual EPS, perfect. All right, all these other cables, so we'll go in the motherboard box. Last one of these, we'll put our 12 volt high power in right here before we slide it in. Just makes it easier than doing this later. There's 1 and 2. All right, all of our EPS cables are in, here we go. I will say, they do make these zip tie holders pretty hard to access over here on the side. All right, let's get our 24 pin main in next. There we go, 24 pin main is in. There we go, looking good. Not too bad. This is the only thing I don't really like, that they give you a lot of daisy chain right there, but hit our RGB and our fan just right up top. Not horrible, not terrible either. All right, let's work on the cooler next, chat. They do a good job. They can give you a tool to help torque down the standoffs. Now, a lot of companies do that. They're doing really good things. Montech is. I'm really impressed with their stuff. These are Antec ones we need, or sorry, AMD. There they are. We need 2 of these. Other 2 go back in the bag. Well, the other standoffs. Slide this off and get the other one on. There we go. When we got these on really quick, we're gonna go top down and mount this cooler. There we go. We're gonna slide this like so. Hold the cooler over here. Nice and secure, I like that. Give you a front close up in a second, chat. There we go. Start feeding some wires. Or the rad, the pump is mounted. We're gonna mount the rad. One thing I wanna do is I do wanna address the pump, the CPU header, and the fan header really quick. Or well, the RGB. RGB is actually gonna work into our other RGB we already have. They do a lot of wire slack. Like, look how much is feeding through there. It's like 2 feet of wire. Plenty of opportunity for that. All right, let's get our CPU fan header really quick. It's easier to do this now before we put the rad in. There we go. All right. There's chat. Let's get our screws in now for the rad. Get this finished up, and then we'll get the GPU in, chat. How are we looking? How's this bad boy looking? Get the GPU out, chat. All right, get this beautiful card out. 4070 Super Gaming X Slim, which is perfect for this little case. Power, looks, reliability, you got it all in this card right here. Cooling is really good as well. Get our connector out, our PCI slot connector. Put this away. It always goes with the customer. So the customer gets this whole box with the GPU. In case they ever have an issue with them, we have an easy way to RMA it. Then we go with this beautiful GPU, a little 2-slotter, nice and slim, but also really efficient. Here we go. Oh, in we go. 3, 2, 1 with a thunk. There it is. That was a good thunk. Not a lot of slack either. That's pretty nice. Love to see that. Let's get our 12 volt high power cable in. There we go. All in secured. Give this a little zip tie over here. Nice and secure. There it is, chat. We are done. The beautiful Hype XR going on a quick ship system for 1,800 bucks. Phenomenal little PC. Let's get this all booted up. We get exclamation point light up in chat. We may not get a full post because this is a 9200X, by the way, chat. So don't be like, oh my gosh. We might only just get
RGB. Might get a full boot because of the BIOS, but we shall see.
Guys, thanks for coming in and liking another video here on YouTube. Make sure to hit that like button, help us with the algorithm. Make sure people find us and see all the beautiful PCs we build. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button as well. Remember, we build these systems live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday over on our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/stints. Come on over, hang out, chat it up with us, watch us build beautiful PCs for everybody in the community. And remember, let's go.